Okay, so we're here with my friend Ben, who just took delivery of his Model S long range refresh, which is just completely stupefying. So, what are your initial impressions, Ben?
I love it. The steering wheel took me about 5 minutes to get used to. The turn signals, no problem at all. It's extremely comfortable to drive. I have no issues whatsoever with U-turns or anything. And the acceleration, of course, is amazing, and the sound system's great. And so far, so good. I have no complaints. I think it's exceeded all my expectations so far.
Wow. So
Yeah.
when you say that the steering wheel took you 5 minutes, do you mean that if all of a sudden like Tesla came to you and said, "Hey, we'll give you a regular steering wheel if you prefer it," you'd say no?
I would say no, absolutely. I like this much better. I like how, obviously you have a better view of the full front computer, and your hands just rest perfectly in, whether you're like this or like this. And it's just like, it's practically like you're not driving. Your hands are just so naturally placed.
Marquez Brownlee said that his only constructive criticism was he didn't like the fact that it had haptic buttons on it where like you could touch it by mistake and brush it. He said he would prefer to have physical buttons. Has that been your experience or?
If you're gonna do this, if you're gonna literally reinvent the wheel here, it's the only input people have into the car. So you'd want it to hopefully only adjust small things at a time. This is just a lot to change, and I really think actual clicking buttons would have made a huge difference here. Also, the horn, maybe I'm missing something, but couldn't they have stuck with a regular horn? Because imagine, you're driving, somebody cuts you off or is like about to do something dumb right in front of you. You just have like this reaction to just hit the horn. And that's where the airbags are, and that's where they've always been, but now this like look down and like reach over and hit the horn, I don't know if that's the move I would have made. Everything else is a slow muscle memory remap. And like I said, I'm a pretty tech forward person. I feel like I'm gonna eventually click to the point where I hit the buttons correctly every time. I don't miss the touch targets, and I eventually am as proficient with this as I used to be with the wheel. But people with 40, 50 years of driving experience, 500,000, 1,000,000 miles, it's gonna take them longer, I think, to flip that switch.
I don't touch them unless I need to. I mean, I don't really feel like I slip and do that. I haven't had a moment where I need to like press the horn quickly.
Right.
But you can hit anywhere over here fast, and I think the horn will go off. It's set to do that.
Let's see you do it.
I think it's
Okay. And can't you also just cover it with your hand? Maybe only when driving.
yeah, I don't think so. Maybe
Okay.
I just turned on the windshield wipers, but see how cool that is? That's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, especially how it has the
turn 'em off
control
here.
over on the left for the windshield wiper that
Yeah.
comes up to control it. And also with these windshield wipers,
Now they're
the
tough.
water comes out of the windshield wiper itself, so it doesn't get
Right.
sprayed up like in a normal car.
Exactly.
It actually comes out. Now you mentioned that you had an Audi
S5.
S5
Yeah.
before, which you loved, right?
I did. I liked it quite a bit, but I was definitely ready to go electric, get rid of the gas, and I knew that this would be a superior car, and it definitely is.
When you say you're ready to get rid of the gas, like what do you mean exactly? Like why?
Just the obviously helping the environment, but also the annoyance of always having to check your gas and go to the gas station and deal with the fumes and all that stuff. It's just much easier, not changing your oil. All of that is so much better. It's more efficient. It's more convenient. It's cleaner. It's just better, in
Yeah.
my opinion,
Yeah, and like leaving the house, because I've been driving a Tesla for 7 years now,
Yeah.
that P85D.
Yep.
Leaving the house with a full tank of gas every day is a complete game changer because I have these like
Yeah.
nightmare memories of like I was running late for a meeting. I'm like, oh no, I got to get gas.
Or going to the airport, you're like, should I go now or when I get back? And you're like, I don't want to have to stop at the airport when I'm on my way home, or I don't want to have to stop for gas on my way home. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
now that you have this compared to the Audi, is it better? Is it the same? Is it night
Far
and day?
better, night and day.
Like basically it's like you hopped in a time machine and went 50 years in the future and got a car, right?
Correct, it does. It feels like a rocket ship from the future. It's completely over the top. I'm just blown away at what they've accomplished. The technology is unreal, and I've used the FSD on the streets and on the highway, and it's worked really well. And I'm really impressed with that too.
And there's no other car like this on Earth.
No,
Like there's nothing, like by Mercedes or anybody else or BMW, the people or Jaguar.
no,
You'd think that there would be, but there's just, this is so far above and beyond anything that's
they're
ever come
way
before.
behind. They're way behind, and I kind of akin it to the cloud. When companies like IBM and Dell were selling servers, and Amazon started selling cloud services, these companies didn't want to cannibalize their biggest revenue stream, so they were late to adopt the cloud. So these other legacy automakers are late to adopt electric because ICE vehicles have been their cash cow. So they basically are being forced to pivot in a way that's hurting everything. Like they're in a lot of trouble, basically.
I think my personal opinion is Elon and Tesla have the entire automotive industry in checkmate.
Completely.
And if this car is not evidence of that, I don't know. I don't know what is. I mean, it's just, and the fit and the finish is crazy, right? Like it's
amazing.
And
it really is. It just feels so good. I mean, I never thought I'd be in my garage with the AC on watching a movie. I'm serious. I'm like, I don't need a movie theater. I got this. I'm good. I got this.
Show us just to give us an example.
Yeah.
And it's got 4G, so it's like really fast.
Mm-hmm.
The screen's like an iPad now, an iPad Pro as far as performance.
Yeah, it's loading the Tesla website. That's sort of the default.
Okay, and that's where you get like YouTube and stuff like that?
Yeah. Oh, actually, my son was playing Roblox, so that's what it's loading right now.
Oh, okay. So can we hit theater up on the top there?
Oh, yeah.
And then you want to hit YouTube?
Sure.
I mean, this is crazy. So like when you're parked or when you're at the supercharger.
I like to watch about Trevor Milton. I'm enjoying the whole Nikola.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
situation.
What a fiasco that is.
Oh, man, this guy is such a joke. Pardon me. I don't mean to judge him, but...
I remember so many people like, oh, yeah, Nikola. It's like, give me a break, yeah.
Yep. Warren Redlick over here.
Yeah, Warren's great.
Other things.
Why don't you tap on the Warren video just to so we can see what it looks like full screen? God, I mean that's just in.
When you make 100,000 of them on a
hit
per
the full
vehicle
screen
basis,
button in the
it costs a lot
bottom right hand
less. When
corner.
you make 1 million of them, it costs a lot less.
No, it's just tap anywhere on the screen.
Making
Yeah,
one
and
of
now
them really expensive. Making a lot of them is a lot cheaper per vehicle.
So I mean,
I'm sorry that
this is crazy if you think about it, because it's like
if you continue to troll the channel,
it's kind of like having like a 75-inch TV because it's closer.
So close to it. Like I said, I can recline my seat and I can put on a movie.
Yeah, and the seats are air conditioned too, and so it's not just cool air; it's air conditioned air.
And I'm not putting out exhaust.
Yeah, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around. So if we're in the back seat at like a supercharger, just chilling, Jesus, that's amazing. That's crazy. Okay. Okay.
I love this channel, and
all right. So now I guess we're going to take it for a ride.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Cool.
Let's do it.
All right. Okay, so we're back in the Batmobile and with Ben, and we just put the screen into dark mode in the daytime, and I was asking you if you intend to tint the windows on the car, and you said yes.
Yep.
Then the big advantage is there's a little bit of glare. It's not bad at all, but that'll knock out all the glare in the daytime.
Yep.
And just make it fully Battlestar Galactica.
Totally.
So cool. So I'm gonna get us to the main screen. One of the cool features with this car is that it's always headed north now, unlike in my P85D where it just randomly goes in the direction you're going in, and that's a big benefit. How's the sound system, by the way?
It's fantastic. It's 22 speakers, and it's really has nice settings with the bass and treble and the balance. It's interesting with the balance. It shows a picture of the car and a ball in the middle, and you can just drag it and pull it, and as you do that, the sound will only come from that section of the car.
Did
Really cool.
you see what the latest thing with the Biden White House, how they, I guess we can hang either a left here, probably left. Did you see with the Biden White House, how they had the thing where they invited all the manufacturers for the electric credits, and they dissed Tesla and didn't invite them?
Well, not only did they not invite them, they didn't even mention them. And you could argue, well, it's because they're trying to get to 50% electric by 2030, and Tesla's already 100% electric, so why do you have to invite them is one argument.
Yeah.
But to not even mention them is ridiculous, and it just shows that it's all about unions and political contributions.
Well, especially when you look at this. I mean, like, how could America make a car like this?
Yep.
This is an American car, you know, like
It's
this is
Silicon Valley. It's not Detroit.
That's true. Yeah. That's
Internet of Things. It's engineering. It's somebody that just wanted to, who knew that we had to change the world, and the only way to get the adoption of electric is to make something better than in every other car, and that's what they did.
Yeah, and I would argue that this is the best car ever made in the history of the world, ever, bar none. Like, no question. There's nothing.
Yeah.
No Tesla, no nothing comes close to this car.
Except the Plaid, of course, but that's the same car in a sense.
So my opinion on the Plaid is that the Plaid is
not as good of a value.
Well, not only that, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I know this sounds really condescending. I don't mean to come across that way, but I would say anybody who buys a Plaid has more dollars than cents.
Right.
Because this car does zero. Whoa.
Exactly.
This car does 0 to. Whoa, my sunglasses just came off. This car does 0 to 60. Whoa. Lost my train of thought. This car does 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. No, 3.1 seconds.
3.1, yeah.
And that's just pedal to the metal without anything.
Yep.
The Plaid does it in about 2.45 pedal to the metal. So basically what that means is you're paying an extra $10,000 or so per extra tenth of a mile 0 to 60, and I don't think anybody could tell the difference.
Yeah, it's kind of like wine. You know, this bottle's $400 and this one's $280. I bet you wouldn't even know the difference. Which one costs $120 more?
Exactly.
Couldn't even tell.
Exactly, yeah. So if we were in a Plaid right now, it would be indistinguishable. There'd be no way to tell. And you know, I'm a Tesla shareholder. Are you a Tesla shareholder? Yes. We're both Tesla shareholders because we believe so much in Tesla. So as a Tesla shareholder, we should be saying, oh no, yeah, go buy the Plaid. But I think the truth is the Plaid is a major profit center for Tesla, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I also think that not only is this the biggest bang for the buck, but all you get with the Plaid is bragging rights.
Right.
Because everything in this car is identical. The only physical difference on the outside is the little whale tail thing, or the little
logo,
spoiler.
Yeah. And the carbon spoiler.
Yeah, on the back. That's the only difference.
Yep.
And you know, 0 to 60, 3.1 versus 2.5, 0.6 of a second, roughly a half a second. I don't think you can tell.
Definitely not important. This is more than enough speed.
And my car, I have a P85D, a 2015 P85D, which ironically does 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, which is a tenth of a second slower than this. So I know exactly what this car is capable of. Now, I haven't driven it yet, but I assume when I do, it should be almost like 1-to-1 with my car with acceleration.
Yep.
And I've never once ever, you know, thought to myself, wow, I wish it was faster.
Yeah.
0 to 60. I mean, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
This is just it's like the Goldilocks zone of acceleration. And I think the Plaid is just for bragging rights. And, you know, more power to Tesla. Being able to claim 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds is a major thing. But in the real world, you have to put it in drag strip mode and then cheetah mode. Cheetah stance, and do all this stuff. And apparently Tesla claims that in order to get that consistently, you need special tires that they haven't introduced yet, which is also interesting. So then you'd have to upgrade to a whole nother set of tires after you purchase the car. Have you taken the car to the supercharger yet?
I have not.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be really interesting. So at home, you're getting about 45
Yep.
miles per hour.
Yes.
And did you install the Tesla special charger?
I did. Yes.
Okay.
The 60 watt.
The 60 watt. Okay. Yeah. I think I have the just the regular 220, like
The one that comes with it.
No, I'm yes, but I'm just plugging into when we built our house, we had the builder install a like a 220 outlet.
Okay. Yep.
So I think with that we get about 25 miles per hour.
Yep.
And you can even plug it into 110 and it'll charge like 4 miles an hour in a worst case scenario. But overnight it's definitely enough to get you to a supercharger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean I'm at 45, which is really awesome.
Yeah. So you just plug it in overnight, and every day you have a full tank.
Yep.
Are you charging it to 80% or 90%?
80%, pretty much. I mean, I don't do a ton of driving, so it's going to be rare that I need a supercharger, only on a long road trip.
Exactly.
I mean, right now I'm at 255, and I've been driving a lot today.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. And so
Go home and be fine. Just plug it back in.
Range anxiety literally goes away when you have this car.
Yeah.
So another super cool feature is this compartment here, and you can put in like your sunglasses, keep your phone here. I mean,
yeah,
this car is just like so perfect. It's weird.
It is. They really thought of everything. They did a great job with this car, and I'm still somewhat in denial that I don't have to return it, or
it's actually yours.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's so far it's been a great experience, and I'm definitely looking forward to some road trips just to get out and see more and actually enjoy the process.
Doggy. Yeah, I mean it's like having your own land speeder from Star Wars. Remember when Luke?
Did you hear that? It was like,
yep.
just that subtle. I mean, it's just insanity.
Remember in Star Wars how Luke Skywalker takes Obi-Wan Kenobi and C-3PO and R2-D2 to Tashi Station or whatever to find the Millennium Falcon, and they're in the land speeder and they're going across the desert. This car makes the same noise.
Road is very smooth.
Yeah.
This is a really nice road. Yeah. I have no idea where I am, by the way.
That makes two of us, which is kind of the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monroe is over that.
Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, hit it. Let's see what we got here. Woo, doggy! Wow. Oh my God, like that's freaky, right?
It's fun.
People say it should be illegal to have a car that's so fast, but to me, the appeal of having that acceleration is not to drive like a jackass, although sometimes you can't help yourself, but the point of it, here we go again. Wow.
Sometimes it's fun to beat somebody off the line though, that has a big tailpipe with tinted windows and lowrider, and it's this making this really loud muffling sound and they're used to kind of ripping people, and then you're just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna take care of some business here.
Exactly, with the rice rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you have one of these, it's really hard not to do that every.
And then you look in your rearview mirror and you see the car like way back there. All right, here we are back in the new Model S long range.
In the Batmobile, and this is my first drive of the new Model S, and oh my God, this is crazy. I got to tell you, this steering wheel feels so different. It feels like super Batmobile.
I like it. It's very natural. It feels very, very natural to me, and I'm not just saying that. I really do find it relaxing and easy to drive. Like, I don't feel, even the angle, the rectangle angle, it's just more natural. Your hands kind of rest there, and it's almost like, you're going to be an FSD for a lot, so you want your hands to feel comfortable.
Yes. It really does feel like I'm driving like a fighter pilot, or something like that. Like I'm a fighter pilot.
That's right.
It's weird how it's like the what's the word I'm looking for? The lingua franca of the steering wheel. The language it speaks is totally different than a regular steering wheel.
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to think. Did we go this far, or did I miss the turnoff button?
You may have missed the turnoff, but it's okay. We can just kind of,
Okay. And you have it, I assume, in insane mode?
I do.
Okay, let's see. There we go. Doggy.
Okay.
I usually don't drive like that.
Wow. Okay.
What's it like to be a passenger in the car?
Scarier, actually. That's funny.
Yeah.
What's really funny though is my son is 6 years old and he has a couple of friends that are around the same age, and they're like, "Do it again, do it again." Meanwhile, my sister and my wife are like, "Stop! Don't do this! What are you doing? You just scared me." And these kids are like, "That was fun. Do it again." It's hilarious.
Oh, I think we are going the right way. I think this is the way we just came. Now, what's really interesting is this is hyper intuitive, the turning signal.
It is. I got used to it really quickly.
Okay, so this is my first. So I know that people go like this with the steering wheel, which I didn't necessarily need to do.
Right.
But oh my god,
no problem though, right? I mean, you don't feel like
yeah.
you're lacking range of motion or you're panicking, like you're not used to it. Like it's not that.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, this is. You can see how it's picking up the cones here, the orange cones. That are on the side of the road.
That's correct.
Which is part of the full self-driving.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, this. I would say the word that sums up this vehicle is otherworldly.
Yeah, it really feels like it's a blast from the future, and getting into a normal car is going to feel strange if I do not do that for a while.
And exactly. And this car has already gone up $10,000 in retail price since you purchased it.
Yep, I think it's a combination of demand just being nuts and some of the supply chain issues. But I think they need to raise their prices for demand. It's just nuts.
So I ordered it right after the second $5,000 thing. And I don't care because
it's worth it.
Yeah.
This is the best value of any vehicle ever
made. Yeah.
Ever. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, frankly, if I had to pay $250,000 for this car, if that was the only option on the table, I mean, I wouldn't be happy about it.
Yeah.
It would be worth it.
I know.
For sure.
Yeah, that's what's nuts about it. And that's why the competition is going to have such a difficult time. Not only is the car better, but if you compare it to like a Porsche Taycan or one of these other brands, they're far more expensive than this Tesla. And, there's definitely no superiority.
I was just in a Porsche Taycan this last week for the first time, and it was the full-blown pedal to the metal $225,000 model.
Wow, that's so expensive. But it must have been amazing.
So the thing that
but compared to this from a price perspective, you can't I mean, this is $100,000. That's twice as expensive.
If you told me, it's more than twice as expensive.
Yeah.
If you told me you would give me that car for free, and I couldn't have this car, I wouldn't take it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, at all.
And there was a road test with a fully loaded Taycan against a Plaid, and the guy that owned the Taycan was on his phone, and he bought a Plaid on the spot, right online.
Yeah.
He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm ordering a Plaid right now."
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even think he came off and launched. I think he had a problem off the launch and still did that. Let's see what he says when he comes around here. That didn't look like a good run from you. You were in a 181 60 footer.
It wasn't going back so far. You told me not to go.
Wow.
Dave, what are you doing?
I'm buying a Tesla.
Are you literally ordering a Tesla right at this moment?
You could be able to troll everybody and their brother on the road, man. It's like
That's right. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. You cannot beat that.
It did 9.2s like, how was it, 97 degrees in Florida?
Yeah, no, it was more than that. It was like almost 98 degrees.
And at 60% battery, did a 9.4.
Yep.
Come on, man.
But he's no joke. You are ordering one.
Yes.
Like legit, he's ordering one right now. This is not BS. This is great.
I'll tell you, the number one thing I didn't like about the Taycan, the thing I loved about it was its rims were crazy. And in the video here, I'll put in a photo of the rims so you can see it with the brake calipers. It's just like super cool looking, but that's about it. But when I sat inside it, right here, it's hyper, if you can focus on my right arm down here.
Yes.
It's hyper claustrophobic here because your knee is banging into this thing.
Interesting.
It's like super, super, super uncomfortable. Super uncomfortable. Like just like it feels claustrophobic. Where this has plenty of room.
Yes.
All right, so this is a great road. Damn. I'm so overwhelmed by this car that there are things I'm not thinking about. Like for instance, everybody's talking about how quiet it is.
It's amazing.
With the road noise.
Yeah.
And this is actually the very first time that actually entered into my head was like, is it actually quieter? And oh my God, yeah. I mean, it's very, it's very, very, very quiet.
Yes.
There's no noise. The build quality, it feels. So here's a great little turn, hairpin turn.
So you know where you are now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's literally like it's like on
Wow, it's a big house.
rails.
Man, that's a big house right there.
Yeah. Yeah. The car literally feels like it's on rails.
It does. It's really, really fascinating that they were able to put this car together, and I feel fortunate to have ordered when I did.
Oh my God! Yeah, you like won the lottery pretty much.
And what's funny is they announced the refresh about a couple weeks after I ordered.
Oh.
So I didn't even know that I was going to get a refresh.
Oh my God! Talk about like the best of all worlds.
Yep. Despite the delays I faced, I knew it would be worth it. And it's not like you could cancel. You're going to have to wait. You just have to.
Yeah. Well, mine's not arriving for 9 months.
Yep.
And I just ordered it.
Wild. I haven't seen many of these. I wonder how many there are, like in the Seattle area right now.
Oh, wow. Jesus, that's so cool. Damn. It's so like masculine in like the best way. It's like gentle. It's like Cary Grant, you know.
I know.
It's like gentle but strong.
Yeah. Go on one of those dating sites, pick up the girl in this.
Oh yeah.
Be like, yeah, how's it going?
So I'm gonna actually try the turn.
Yeah.
I want to do a U-turn. So this is my first time. Okay, here I'll do a U-turn right here. So this is my first time ever doing a U-turn or any kind of complicated driving. So I'll just do it like. Oops! I hit the windshield wiper right.
Rookie mistake right there, but
yeah.
but it's easy to turn it off.
So I wonder, and I think when you hit it, it just auto does it.
Yeah.
I think that it's probably something you get used to.
You do. I am used to it. Like I said, just after driving for a day, I didn't have any issues pressing anything on the U-turn. So what happened was your hand just kind of slid over
I
a
was
little
trying
bit.
to do the cool thing like I saw
Yes.
people doing in the video.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
I've only been driving now for like 7 minutes or something like that.
Exactly.
So but the this feels like, I feel like there should be like things right here for my fingers for like shooting like
Yeah, exactly, like a video game or something.
So when I bought my P85D, this is what is replacing it. I kept it for 7 years.
The FSD showed the biker.
Oh, did it? Oh, I
did.
didn't even, did you capture it?
I didn't, but
Okay.
but yeah,
That's so cool.
There's a glare anyway, but it definitely did.
So I can't, it's hard for me to imagine you or me, like let's pretend this is my car, right? It's your car, that we, like, what could be better than this in the future? Like, what could Tesla do where it'd be like, okay, I gotta trade it in again. I gotta get that one now. Like,
I don't know, but I am pretty sure it's gonna happen.
like it's
I think they should, if the roof were solar and it just charged automatically, you'd even have to plug it in.
well, the limitations of that would be you can only pick up 15 miles maybe per day.
True.
Which wouldn't be, and you could replace it. You could swap that.
Yeah.
And Tesla's really good about that kind of stuff. So I can't think of that many things that Tesla could do to make this car better. I really can't.
It is tough to think about it. It really covers the bases well, and it's so far ahead of its time, and it's just amazing.
Kind of thinking nickels and dimes.
Nickels and dimes. Nickels and dimes.
And we got to start thinking about a new business to get into.
New. Very hard to find something new to get into.
Maybe not.
Yeah. I put on my thinking cap. Come up with something new.
You me, it's just a matter of time. We'll think of something.
Yeah. Oh no. Matter of time. We'll get it.
Hey, did you hear? Rumor has it there's a whole new Cadillac coming in.
What?
Yeah. They gotta redo all the fins. And
You're
something.
kidding. New lines
Real
thing?
beaut.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is what a guy told me.
Ooh, maybe I should put in my order right away. Those things are gonna go like hotcakes.
Ooh, what are you talking about? You don't got a pot to piss in.
You give me the pot, I'll fill it.
I got an idea.
What? What were you gonna say?
No, you go first.
Go on.
No, you go first. Mine can keep.
What was your idea?
Hey, you're a guest. What is it?
I'm a guest.
So what's your favorite feature on the car?
The acceleration.
The acceleration? Oh yeah, I was saying earlier, like...
And the wheel. I really do love the wheel. It's so comfortable and it's crazy.
To me, the acceleration, so I'll do a U-turn here again.
Okay.
Try it again. With the 0 to 60 of this car, it's more of a defensive thing because when you're on the freeway, okay, here we go. So catch my hands on this, how I'm doing this.
Mm-hmm.
This guy got it. Yeah, it's just like a regular steering wheel. Like if you drive it just like a regular steering wheel.
And then just...
Oh, yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. The fact that there are no gears in this car, when you hit the accelerator, it just goes and keeps going.
Yep.
And to me, that's more of a defensive feature than anything else.
Right.
So if you want to jump ahead of a car in the freeway, safely, of course, it's so easy to do. Where in my old Lexus, I had an LS 460, which did 0 to 60, I think, in like 5 seconds or something. It was like 5.3 or 4.6 or something.
Yeah.
You would hit the accelerator and it'd be like, oh, you want to accelerate? Okay, let's go. And then it would do it. Where with this one, it's just like, boom, instant power torque.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, no. Yeah, it's very hard for me to imagine that in the next... Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you had this car for 7 years.
I very well may.
Because I can't think, like, what more could you possibly want?
Yeah.
One feature I'd love to have would be four-wheel steering, which would just give it like a tighter turning radius.
True, that would be good.
and they're building that into the Cybertruck. Are you planning to get a Cybertruck?
No, not anytime soon. Maybe one day. Are you?
Oh yeah.
You're on that list too? Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The Cybertruck's amazing.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing.
Yeah. It's super cool. And I'm not a truck guy at all.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like basically like a huge like SUV, if that makes sense.
It is. Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal vehicle.
All right, here.
Make sure we have some visibility.
Of course, yeah. I know this road.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm not doing anything. Like it might seem because you're freaking out, but I'm not going to do anything weird. Thank you, by the way, for letting me.
No, my pleasure, man. It's all good.
So I'm trying to think. Any other things you can think of to discuss?
No, I think this video has been great, and we've covered the bases. And anyone that's considering one of these vehicles, highly recommend it. It really is a great experience, and it's a game changer. You know, the convenience, the performance, everything about it is a game changer.
Yeah.
So with that, all right.
All right, so I'm doing an updated trunk review now that I've had a chance to look at it better. So I'm going to take my water bottle and put it over here, which is very cool. This now has a magnet to hold it in place, and when you flip it around like this, it lays flat. Now what I showed in my old video is that when you bring this up, it mechanically is locking. Let me zoom out so you can see this. It mechanically locks. So if I physically pick this up, what we see, and this is a work of engineering art, is this slots down in here now. So what that means is that this cannot fall on your head by mistake. It just stays there, which is beyond brilliant. And what you can also do is now you can remove this if you want to and just put it up here, which is super cool. That way you have a place to put it. I imagine what you can also do is you can, let's see if it slides back there as well if you need to. But yeah, this is just a work of art. And then this comes out too, but it's held in with magnets. So very cool. Let me put this back. Yeah, that's just shocking, this guy. So it doesn't, because on mine it'll just fall on your head.
Yeah.
Where this, it literally can't. So cool. Okay, so what we're demonstrating now is you just got out of the car, and let's go ahead and shut the car door. And then let's walk away from the car, and you'll see that the car locks itself automatically, and we'll know that when the mirrors collapse. So you have the car key built into your app on your phone, but what you're going to do is you're going to walk toward the car, and so you're not doing anything. You don't have a key fob, you don't have a key card, you have just your phone with you, right?
Yep, that's all I have on me.
So as you approach your car, you go and you tap on the door and it just opens up. You get in and you just drive away without. Is that not just like super James Bond or
It's
what?
incredibly convenient. I feel weird not having keys on me, but it's fantastic.
That's so cool. So cool.